Hi everyone, and welcome to a day in my life as a final year medical student. On this particular morning I was waking up in the hospital accommodation to the lovely sound of the birds tweeting from my Lumi sunrise alarm clock. I've absolutely been loving waking up to this sound. It's so relaxing and such a nice start to the day. So then I just go straight to my ensuite to have a shower, and then I will head to the kitchen to make my normal breakfast of porridge, this time with blueberries and bananas and not with strawberries actually, so a bit different to normal. Then I get myself ready to head over to the hospital. It's literally a 5-minute walk across the road, and I just need to get changed into scrubs, and then I'm ready to make my way to the ward for ward round. I'm currently on my surgery attachment and I'm on base ward week, which means I'm spending this week going to the ward, going to ward rounds, taking histories, doing any jobs on the ward. There wasn't much to do on this particular morning, so I then just headed to the library because my top priority on this placement is to be really efficient with my time. At the time of filming this, it's 10 weeks until med school finals, and so my kind of main things I want to be doing while I'm on placement are taking histories, examining lots of patients, and otherwise I want to kind of just be revising. I don't want a lot of time just stood around on the ward when nothing's going on, so I'm trying to be really efficient. Any patients I see, I'm then reviewing the conditions that they have. So for example, I saw a patient with pancreatitis, so I then went and reviewed my notes on pancreatitis, and all of my notes are set out on Notion as questions, so I answer my own questions on the topic, making sure I'm always doing active recall. Then it was lunchtime, so I headed back to the hospital accommodation and thought I would give you a quick tour while I was here. So hospital accommodation is obviously very basic. It all kind of looks the same no matter where I've been. Always a nice little cozy single bed, bedside table. I quite like this little chair. I remember in 4th year when I was on paediatrics, it was my last placement before exams, and so I spent a lot of time on this chair going through hundreds of Quizlet flashcards. And then here is the desk, and then I take this box of kitchen things with me whenever I go to hospital accommodation because I never know what's going to be there, whether it's going to be clean, etc. And then you get a nice little wardrobe. I'm not really utilising it because I'm not planning on staying here an awful lot over this placement. And then you get an ensuite, which is actually really nice and has everything you need, shower and everything, so it's nice to have your own space. Anyway, after I'd had lunch, I then headed back to the hospital for a teaching session, which I didn't film, but then I was back at the accommodation again, and I was just updating my diary with any sort of dates of teaching, if things had been changed or cancelled or added in. The thing with med school placements is that no week is ever the same. Things change all the time, and so you really have to stay on top of dates and timings for things, which I've not been great at in the past, so I'm trying to really stay on top of it for this placement. And then I got round to doing some more work. Here I'm just doing pass med. Anything I get wrong, again, I review in my own questions in Notion. And then I wanted some fresh air, so I decided to go out for a run. A really important part of my day, especially when it's coming to revision time, is keeping up with exercise. And luckily there is a really nice reservoir opposite the hospital, really easy to run to. I just do a couple of laps, and that's about 3 miles or 5k. It's just nice to have some fresh air and see some wildlife after being inside for most of the day. And then when I got back, I did my daily yoga. I'm currently doing the 30-day yoga journey with Yoga with Adrienne on YouTube. So I do this every January, well at least I have for the last 3 or so years, and I really enjoy it. It's something that remains stable no matter what I'm doing in my life in January, no matter where I am or whether I'm revising for exams. This is something I will always do every day. I then had a shower, got into cozy clothes and started revising again. It seems in this vlog that I've been revising loads, but actually if you add up all the time I spend revising, it probably doesn't come to any more than 3 hours. Even in the peak of revision time, when exams are just around the corner, I hardly ever revise for more than 3 to 4 hours a day. I'm not one to sit in the library for a long period of time. I like to just do short, intense periods of revision, and that's just how I learn best. So then I had my dinner, and then to be honest, I relaxed for the rest of the evening. I watched a film, and then to be honest, I was quite tired, so I just fancied an early night. I made sure I gave myself time to do some reading because I always neglect reading, and I want to get into doing it every night again like I used to when I was younger. And then I went off to sleep to the lovely sunset setting on my alarm clock. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you again soon for the next one. Bye!